Hey guys, I'm just taking a minute to answer this question about caulking large gaps. That could be on baseboard or casing or whatever. The let's see. I'm looking at another monitor so I can find this real quick. Okay, so right here, this person, first one, I don't quite get it either. There were a couple of those, like they don't really understand what's going on in the video. Let's see. So the basic concept is you know what? I wish I had all of my caulking videos as one video, but all right. On the caulk gun, you have the punch out. Most caulk guns have it. That little rod on the side of the gun. All right. Now think about the diameter of it. It's pretty skinny, right? Okay. So when I'm caulking trim, when you see gaps similar to what you see right here in the photo, or even a little bit larger than this, I will cut the tip the size of the punch out. I don't know what diameter it is, but it's pretty small. It's like about the thickness of a toothpick, maybe something like that. Okay, so then the tip is actually cut on an angle with a razor blade, not the cutter. If the caulk gun had a cutter built into it, I never use those because they usually kind of tear up the end. So I will just do. You have to go through the videos if you need to see how I cut them. There's a video close-up shot of cutting the tip and then sticking the punch out through it just so you can see how big the hole is. Okay, so the problem, and if you've caulked before, you know what I'm going to be talking about here. Okay, so if you run the caulk gun in the normal fashion in this direction, here, you know what? I think we're going to have to play just a bit. I got the sound off. Okay, so here's your typical pass. All right, the gun is to the side. You know, it could be to your left or to your right. You're pulling the tip along the line just like this. Okay, now and that works fine when you have a small gap like this. But if it was a much bigger gap, see now I have the gun faced directly at the wall. It's not on the same angle. You know, so essentially you're like shoving the gun into the wall. Okay, so now here's why this works. Okay, when the gap is a little bit too large, your caulk can fall right into the gap. You know, if we were to go back here into this motion. Wait, where'd I go? I gotta go back further. Okay, if the gap was big and your tip is cut small, the caulk will just fall right into the gap, right there. And then you're like making another pass because the caulk disappeared. It literally just fell between the baseboard. Okay, now when we do it this way, when we force the gun into the wall directly straight ahead of you, the caulk, when you pull the trigger, the caulk is forced against the wall. Okay, it has a stopping point. That's why this works. So when you squeeze the trigger, the caulk is forced directly straight forward at the drywall and basically bounces back. It pushes back to the back side of the baseboard. It doesn't fall between the two because the force of the caulk is essentially expanding. It's hitting the drywall and expanding back at you. Okay, hopefully that makes some sense. I know a lot of people didn't quite get that one, but it really works. And I'm saying that, you know, to keep your tip cut. You can see this is cut really small here. But it still allows you to do the larger gaps. All right, guys, hopefully that helped.